bring it right back. Wear it like that, move it like that, like it like, do it like that, kiss it like that, making it flash, fast, bring it right back. Wear it like that, move it like that, like it like, do it like that, kiss it like that, making it flash, fast, bring it right back. Wear it like that, move it like that, like it like that. Tell me you're a winner without telling me your name. I'm the pieces, players, and the fans, baby. I'm the game. I'm stunning all of the lights, yeah. I'm taking all of my time, yeah. Baby, can you handle it? Handle me. Do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like, do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that. Do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like, do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like that. Like that, like that. Do it like that, do it like that, like that, like that. Do it like that, like.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Hi. What's the haps, Jax? Hey, Wheezy. How you doing?
Hey, Steve. How are you?
Steve, you have to
I'm
groom
doing
yourself
good,
on
Wheezy.
TV.
He's grooming on his.
All right, welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Deweese, have you been flying?
No. Same old, same old.
Same old? Okay.
Same old.
All right. Steve, how about you? I think I saw
Finally.
you. Finally. Woohoo!
Yeah.
I saw the
Went out.
video.
10 of us
Yeah.
showed up to the field, and it was supposed to be calm, but it just started getting strong and got up. And then I looked at the windsock. Normally in the Midwest, it's super gusty, and you're just in for like a bumpy ride. But I looked at the windsock, and it's just like boom, and not moving at all. I was like, So it's just like a great evening of touch and goes, and the air was still really smooth. It's one of those rare events up there we get. So had a blast.
Nice. And Angie, she got to do some kiting.
Yep, we did some strong
Right.
kiting.
Yeah, just for a few minutes.
Cool.
Hi, Angie. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
We got lots
We
of
got
chat.
Angie kind of in the background of Steve. And let's quick say hi to everybody. Shane Wyman, my husband Eric, and Sean Simon's in here. Hi, PPG Grandpa.
Hi,
Walter,
Jade's husband.
Walter from Down Under. James Belleville. Hey, dude. Randy Milstead. Glad you could make it, sir. And Mad Sloper. Let's see. I know, I think Bill H was flying. Chuck Dodge is in the house. He's going to be a guest coming up soon from Minnesota. Hello there, sir. Linda Anderson.
We got
Deanna
Gilly
Jan-
Bean in the chat.
What?
We got Gilly Bean in the chat.
Is she?
Yeah.
Copay J, he wasn't first. Yeah. All right. And Jillian is in the house. Melinda. All right. Well, let's meet Sandie. So this is a special day for Sandie. This is her 1-year anniversary from, I believe, flying. And about a year ago, she was on our show, and she had just started at Aviator, and she was starting to learn how to fly, I guess. So let's see where she's at from there. Sandie.
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. Beautiful hair. I love it.
Thank you.
So
It
welcome.
matches one of my paramotors.
Nice setup back there.
Thank you. I have some really great friends here at Aviator. I asked if they had a light I could use, and they said we can do one better.
And they did.
They did.
Yeah, it looks like you got horns with those wings in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to say to all of our guests is that we're going to try something new. So in the group chat, or the group, Facebook group, Just Want to Fly, if you want to join, just sign in, join. And I've asked this past week for people to send some of their pictures in. And right here, we've got, this is Dave Bartholomew. He's the gentleman that had his knee replaced about a week or so before me. So him and I have chatted in the past, and he lives out in Nevada area. So throughout the evening, we're going to have some pictures going up. So if you want your picture posted during the show, send us some in the Facebook group. So, all right, let's get to this, Sandie. Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm in the Red Barn at Aviator Paramotor, which is our schoolhouse.
Okay. Who's all there?
Well, we got a little crowd. I have Brennan Thompson.
Do they want to come in and say hi?
You want to come say hi? First up. Wait, let me.
Yep.
On the Aviator Show, first up, we have Brennan Thompson.
Hello, everyone.
He is the filmmaker from Louisiana.
Nice. Welcome.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Right. Secondly, we have the one, the only, Jillian Wintermute.
Hey, Jillian.
He is an instructor originally from New Jersey. Yep.
And I've been on the
Nice.
show.
Yep, and she's been on the show before.
We have Colby Burton.
Hey there.
One of our friends who hangs out here. And then next we have Cornelia. His real name is Neil. Neil White, our amazing mechanic, the person who runs the show behind the scenes,
Neil.
keeps us all flying. And last and certainly not least, Dave Taylor.
Hi, guys.
The amazing
Dave.
instructor.
Got some DT.
The DT.
I think I met Dave out in Pennsylvania also last
You
year.
probably did, yeah.
Yeah. He was busy instructing.
Was Brennan there whenever you were there? Were you at that flying? No. Okay.
No, he didn't look familiar, so.
Yep. So that's everyone we have today, just hanging out.
Well, it's
Nice.
nice to see everybody.
So let's go with what kind of equipment you flying with right now?
Right now, I have a limitless paramotor. What is behind me? It's still got the Atom 80 on it. I have been flying a few other machines every once in a while, but I like to stick with the limitless mainly. And I like it also because it has the 130 prop on it instead of the 125. So currently I'm on the limitless paramotor.
Cool. How many flights are you at now?
I stopped counting when I reached 80 because I started doing so many stops when I was learning to foot drag. So I honestly don't know. And that was I feel like that was like December.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
I
been
really like that limitless male frame. It's really up my game.
mail frame.
Limitless male. I'll tell you when you're older. Never mind. Carry on.
Neil's really laughing at that joke. He got it. He said. So yeah, so this frame behind me, actually this one in particular is the exact machine I fly.
It is your machine or just similar to it?
This is the one I fly.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And that video that you showed in the intro where I was doing the reverse, it was on this machine.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you love that one.
I love it. Yeah.
What can you
And
guys tell us about the Limitless?
What can we tell you about the Limitless?
Yeah.
Well, Neil?
Come on, Neil.
Yeah. I mean, I could answer a lot of questions, but he's really knows a lot. We manufacture it currently with Liberty Paramotors, but they're imported, and then Neil builds them all. They're customizable to whatever the pilot prefers. Fully customizable. Atom 80 and Mosters. You can also put the Pellinis on them. How high can you go? Just the 202 and 303?
Yeah, well, all the Pellinis have the same bolt pattern anyway. So, yeah, any Pellini engine, Sky engines, Moster, Atom, Cosmos, pretty much any, ROS 125, which isn't super popular here in the United States, but that's a pattern that's on there as well. People who put top 80s on them, there's pretty much put anything on them.
Yeah. So that's one of the great things about it is it's fully customizable.
That's the main thing about it is how adaptable it is, how adjustable it is. The harness, the upper support part of the harness is adjustable. The swing arms are adjustable. The pivot point for the swing arms is adjustable. You can move it in and out, up and down individually. There's a million different configurations.
All right. James is asking, what's the difference between the Limitless and the Liberty?
So the main difference is the bottom triangle of the frame. Can't really see it over here on this one in particular, but Limitless is a lot more rigid than the Liberty. Liberty's more designed for established pilots, been flying for a while, race pilots. The tubing's a little bit smaller diameter. Overall weight is slightly smaller, where ours is designed a little bit more to be more forgiving for beginner people that are probably butt landing here and there. So we got a lot more rigidity in the frame. The hoop and spars are, you can kind of see it here. The hoop and spars are curved versus being straight, so it has a different look to it. The way the hoop sections and the spars all hook up is a bit different, makes it a lot more travel friendly. So it's those are the main differences. Yep.
Also the size. So the Liberty comes in the 15 or 1450 millimeter frame, and then the Limitless is 1530 millimeter. So you can run the bigger prop, bigger reduction.
So Liberty makes 1530s as well. We're only offering the Limitless in 1530 because as of right, we may dabble back into the smaller frames, but honestly, like she's 4'10" and has no problem slinging a big frame. So, you know, you have no excuse if you think you can't do it.
We got the numbers earlier. So the frame is 153 centimeters in diameter. And how tall am I?
147.
140 centimeters. So I mean, it's taller than me.
It's taller. It's hilarious.
Dang.
So the sport is going to bigger props, like 140 prop on a Moster is you're probably going to see in the next year or so. That's kind of where things are going. And it's astronomically better than a 125. If anything, it's just a mellower experience overall. Like the RPM is just cruise RPM is just so much mellower. You get a bit more overall thrust with a big 140 prop, but it's more efficient. It's just better. And that's the way things are going. So we're prepared for it.
All right.
Okay, I'm just not.
Well, with the way that's going, you're going to need some platform shoes to start launching these.
Yeah, how are you doing that?
She launches it barefoot. 4'10" over here launches it barefoot. Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of. You'll notice, like, it'll feel slightly different when you launch the first maybe launch or two that you do, but then after that, you don't even notice it.
Honestly. And like he was talking about bigger props, just on the Atom 80, increasing to a 130 prop instead of a 125 prop, my climb rate changed drastically. And I was even I went to a fly-in this past weekend and I took the Limitless because one of my thoughts of is if I take a smaller frame and someone's trying to chase me, I may not be able to go faster because I'm still on a spider, but I can get higher than them. So it's been awesome. Yeah, I actually can't really feel the difference between my Eclipse and the Limitless. Is only a 5-pound difference. And then I see a comment that asked how much the weight is. The dry weight for a Moster is 58 pounds.
So we got $1 million question here, and this is like pretty serious. I want you to take this seriously, but Gilly's asking you to tell us about her socks.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about that.
No, I'll give you full permission. Nope. Say whatever you want.
I tried to pull a prank and it pulled back on me.
Okay. Come on.
Keep
Out
going.
with it. Come on now.
Okay, so a couple months ago, Jillian was doing her laundry. And when she took her laundry out, because we all share a laundry space. I don't know what to call it, but we all share a laundry space. And one day, a couple months ago, she was doing her laundry. And when she took out all of her stuff out of the dryer, she noticed that all of her socks were gone. So someone stole her socks. So there is a sock thief amidst us somewhere. And then like maybe 2 months later, we never found the original socks. About 2 months later, someone's clothes were in the dryer and they were Jill's. And I thought it would be funny to take her socks out of the dryer and hide them. So I did, thinking that she would notice immediately when she came out, but she did not. And then I ended up forgetting about it until about a week or two later. She starts complaining to me about how she ran out of socks and more socks are disappearing. And in that split moment, I made a decision to either tell her, or the next weekend we were going to Tennessee to celebrate her birthday. So I was going to wrap them as a present and give them to her. But unbeknownst to me, some other people had spilled the beans about me trying to pull a prank on her. And then they got me back by giving her the socks. And she already knew about the whole thing.
I'll steal your socks any day, Sandie.
Yeah. Jill's, not mine. And I bought her a new pack to make up for it.
Oh, that's good. At least you are nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Montana's got one question, though. Can you put a 140 on a 185 with a 2.68 reduction? Neil?
Yeah, I believe they make a 140 prop for a 268 reduction.
It does exist.
Yeah, it does exist, but it's not the preferred. Definitely, if you're going to run a higher prop, I would get the 287 reduction.
Okay. All righty. So we got Whitney in here, Wendy the Explorer. Say hi to Dawn Belleville. Whitney Horkey's in the house.
Whitney!
Justin Weaver's in the house. Some little latecomers. Kramer's almost done kiting, just putting her gear away. She got to fly again today down at Lone Star. Happy for her. So, welcome everybody. All right, got questions for Sandie? Throw them up.
I got a question for Sandie.
Green.
Yeah. So I only asked this because I saw like a post of yours like a couple weeks ago. And the last 2 times I was doing it, I kind of struggled myself, but how's your no-win launches?
Well, I know where you're asking this. So my whole training path was I came to Aviator and trained for a week and then went home for 4 months in the time I decided to move down here, and then came back and started flying. And so when I had come back and started trying to do no-win launches, they were really scaring me, and I had failed a couple launches. But then eventually it was just knowing to keep running, really using that power yourself and letting it help you to get in the air. And so typically lately I haven't really had any issues, but I did face plant the other day because I ended up just tripping on myself and fell forward. Because you really just have to be moving so fast, and my little legs couldn't keep up.
I face planned my last one too.
Yeah. But yeah, really, I mean, if you're comfortable using the power, make sure you're adding it and letting it help you instead of fighting against it, and just making sure you have that wing under control. And as long as you have the wing under control, you can add the power. I got the power.
Got the power.
All right. Jordan Honeyman's in the house. Hey, dude. I was just talking to him.
Kramer's here now.
Yeah. Oh, Kramer's in. Kramer's in. So James is asking who from the Aviator crew is heading to Bad Apples next month.
I'm pretty sure most of us, our normal crew will be there. James Sutherland should be there. And, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone that's normally, and whoever's available, whatever instructors we don't have working are going to be able to come. So it should be a really good time.
Yeah,
you got too many Aviator people involved in this. Cutting it out for tonight. I'm not going to Bad Apples. I can't take it.
We're going to miss camping next to you like last year.
I know. I hate that y'all aren't going to be able to make it.
Yeah,
I know. But we'll see you throughout the year, hopefully. Somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I really hope you can make it.
Yeah. So, did you fly this morning?
I did not. The weather here for the last like 3 or 4 days, we've had a cold front coming in. So we've been grounded, not even kiteable weather. So strong that we can't even kite.
Nice.
And I've been learning to kite in some strong stuff, and so it's really a bummer when I can't even kite in it.
Okay.
Yep.
Anybody go out fly tonight, or was it crappy tonight too?
Oh yeah, no, I think tomorrow is a possibility. It may be calming down, but even still, does anyone have what's the winds at right now? What were they this morning? 30s? Yeah, like 30s miles per hour winds.
Okay. All right. Eric's asking, I know this, but are you a bad apple? And how did you get your name?
I am Bad Apple number 65.
Okay.
And my name is Bubbles for the Bad Apples. My aviator call sign is Sassy Bubbles. And that came from Dave Taylor from my training, from just my personality was the bubbles and the sassy part. And then the Bad Apples carried over the Bubbles name as well. If you know me, I usually have a smile on my face and I'm cracking up. So that's where the Bubbles is coming from.
So Justin wants to know, how is the new motor working?
I don't know which one they're referring to because I switched it up a little bit. They may be talking about the pink paramotor. I spray painted the Eclipse I was flying bright hot pink, and it's doing great. I also put a new Atom 80 on it. So I think that one has about 10 hours on it right now because I've been flying the absolute crap out of this Limitless. I don't even know how many hours I've put on it, but both of them have been awesome.
Nice.
I did have my first motor out a couple weeks ago as well.
And how'd that go?
It was fine. About 2 weeks before it had happened, we were having a discussion about restarting your motor in the air. And I said I didn't think I'd be able to do it. And someone said, well, at least try it. Gain enough altitude right over the LZ, kill your motor. Try restarting it. And I did. I did it twice. So I wasn't afraid of it. So when I did have my motor out, it was only due to a low idle. And I could kind of hear it whenever it started going out. And so I had enough altitude to try to start it again. And I started it and it turned over, but it immediately died again. And so I was getting to the decision of either landing safely or starting again. And I went ahead and pulled it one more time and held a little bit of throttle to make sure I had that idle going, and it started right back up. So luckily I didn't have to land out. I just had to restart it in the air, but it wasn't too bad. I would have had a safe landing even if it was out.
Oh, Deweese, you had a question. I know you were trying to get out.
Yeah, I was just going to ask her what kind of wing does she have?
I'm still on a Spider 22 meter.
Okay.
Yep. I'll still also sometimes go back to the Mojo, like whenever I was learning how to foot drag, and I wanted to dial in my landings a little bit. I was trying to do some touch and goes for a little while, and they started like when I would come in, I just would forget what to do basically, and my wing would always either overshoot me or fall right down on top of me. And so I kind of had to go back to the basics and switch back to a Mojo. Started flying it a little bit, really just to dial in my landings. And in the same time, that's when I started learning how to foot drag.
Nice. And how long have you been doing that?
Last time we were talking about if Eric Farewell's paying you enough. Has that changed at all? You pay more?
They're taking great care of me.
You better. Otherwise, I'm coming down.
Well, then in that case, they're not, because you should come down.
All right. Not everybody's going to agree with that sentiment, but okay.
Eric's got the question, what's the best and worst moments in your paramotoring?
Wow, that's a hard one. The worst moments, I've only ever had like one kind of like sketchy thing happen, which it wasn't even really that sketchy. I was trying to do a foot drag, and I was coming in, and it was still in the process of when I was learning, or I learned a good bit of how to do them. I just wasn't super proficient in it yet. Mm-hmm. And so I was coming in and was way too deep in the brakes and ended up stopping and tried to do another one. And it just wasn't working out correctly. And I kind of hit and went to my knees. But I was able to stand up and relaunch but that was probably the worst moment. And then best, I don't know. There's been too many good moments. Like really, probably just all the best moments in paramotoring are just meeting so many great people and making.
When you first met me, I mean, that was pretty awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, you were just sitting at a table working, and I asked you what you did, and you said something about like selling porta potties to big companies, and like that was like the coolest thing ever.
What about
Crappy
Easter
thing ever,
morning?
but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, best moments probably the last cloud flight I had with Trevor Steele and Reese. It was insane. Just getting up there and flying through it. In one moment, I just realized it. I was like, holy crap. I looked around and it was just beautiful. I've always said, I went to Peru when I was in high school, and I had always said that the sand dunes in South America were the prettiest sight I'd ever seen. But now I think it's being above like very thick, full clouds and just a whole layer of them. Of course, still having ground visibility. But it's one of the most beautiful things. And when I foot dragged for the first time, there's a video of me doing it, and when I finally whenever I started foot dragging, Jill and Jake, both instructors, told me that I should be able to do the entire length of the field at 10 foot and then at 5 foot, and then start lowering it a foot every time, and just so that you know you can do it. And so the first time that I really did it, and I did the full length of the field, and I was getting to the end, so I gave the power back and went back in the air. I just let out the biggest scream. I was so happy. That was probably one of the best things ever.
Sandie, have you ever considered doing an SIV class, or have you done one?
I have not, but I want to. I want to go ahead and do one.
Yeah. Where would you go? Would you do it with Andrew Fuller, or where would you go?
I'm not sure. I don't see anything wrong with going to Andrew. I think I may go out west just to go out west because I've never been out there. Yeah. And some of our instructors here are great friends with Max Marion. Yeah. And so I think just going out there to see the views would be awesome. I wouldn't mind going to Andrew either. I just really right now I've started wanting to get into like maybe some tiny wingovers. And so I know the way to do it is to go in SIV, and also just flying as often as I am. You always try to be as safe as possible, but I'd like to be ready for anything that could happen. So an SIV would be great.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask, because I mean, you're just like freaking killing it out there. I've just been following you, and I'm like, wow. Like when you're up in there, is there any special things that you like to do or things that you want to work towards? You know, even if it's not so much baby wingovers, but I mean, what are things that you eventually want to work up towards in like the next year or two?
Right now it's more just I want to upgrade to a Moster and start flying a bigger motor just to be able to do it. I want to be able to try other things as well, and just whatever equipment's available, I want to be able to fly it. So I want to see what else is out there. As far as flying itself wise, I don't want to move from a Spider. Just how new I am, there's no reason for me to move up in a wing class or anything. A Spider is at the perfect state for me. And so I'll keep flying that for quite a while. But really, I mean, just foot drags. Every time I go fly, I just want to do more foot drags. Right now I'm trying to work on being able to do a whole 90-degree turn, like where our runways intersect, coming down one side, doing a full 90 degrees and going up the other runway. That's one of my goals right now that I keep trying to master, but that's one of the funnest things to me. So every time we go fly, that's what I want to go do.
Nice.
Yeah, those shots of you and like Gilliam just side by side, just getting the whole entire field are just freaking awesome. Like I can't get the whole field. I just like touch them like, nope, okay, go.
Yeah, and that's what, like I said, the reason I got so proficient at doing them for long distances is because they told me when I was starting to be able to do the entire length of the field at 10 foot and then at 5 foot and then take it down and get comfortable doing the motion. And really the best thing about foot dragging is you get so in touch with the glider and how little inputs it takes to control it, and your throttle control as well. So doing foot drags, I think, is a great skill to be able to do.
Do you feel yourself using a lot more throttle control or brake input as you're doing it?
I mean, I think it's a big mix of both. You have to be able to have the throttle control isn't as much as like actually going up and down, but finding that nice cruising altitude for you, being able to come in with enough power that you're not dropping drastically, and then right as you get to the ground, adding just the tiny bit to be able to maintain, and then the rest is in your brakes. So it's a bunch of both.
How long did it take you to go from the 10-foot to the 5-foot down to a foot drag? How many days? How many weeks?
I did it in one flying session. I just kept doing it over and over until I got it.
Okay.
But to actually be able to do it consistently, it probably took me about 3 flying sessions. Just repetitiveness for me. And also, we're lucky, though, we have an LZ that we are able to do it on, and it's not private property that we're not allowed to do it on. So I was able to do it consistently.
Nice.
Just practice.
Exactly. And that's what every flying session is taxiing until it feels good enough to take off. And then every flying session is practicing.
Yeah.
Yep. Like
Man, we got like 500 viewers tonight. This is going awesome for Sandie. It's crazy.
Yeah, make sure you hit the thumbs up for Sandie. Give her a thumbs up.
Yep.
Like James says, it's a dance between the brake and the throttle.
Did you want to give anything away, Jade, or you want to keep rolling?
Sure, we'll do a spinny wheel now, and we'll do one at the end.
Giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, what are we giving away?
Well, we're gonna do a sticker, and then, yeah, we're gonna do a sticker now. So go for it.
Am I in the drawing?
You're the guest. All right.
And then
Yeah,
we'll
super greasy.
And then we'll do a quick little break, get you to get up, go get a drink, stretch.
Play with your beard, do whatever you want.
Oh, Jill was so close to you. Angie, Whitney, Tim, Whitney, Justin.
You're going to give me diabetes. This is too sweet.
Fly swapper.
Oh, Brittany's fun.
Fly Swamper. All right. Send me your information and Messenger. And we're going to take a quick little break and go top off your drink, go to the bathroom, quick come back. And we'll keep going with Sandie. Want to experience the freedom of flying? Want to join a great community of pilots? Well, Houston PPG is owned and operated by flying enthusiasts who love to share the experience with others. Based on their experience, they have collected high-quality, reliable products to offer their customers. They specialize in creating custom paramotor packages to meet any flying level or need. Call them with any questions or products you don't see on their site. Feel free to reach out. They love to hear from you. Use the email form or call them at 1-800-758-4503. Locations may vary depending on the weather. Your instructor will inform you about the training locations as safety is the #1 priority. Get a hold of Houston PPG. All right.
I know Houston PPG is pretty questionable. Like I said, he had a plummet.
We got Jeff Jolliffe in the house from Ohio. We got another triker.
All right.
Welcome, Jeff. All right. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up for Sandie. And we got Duck Spit in the house. Bill H. Bill H, look at that picture. Matt.
Yeah, there it
Matt's
is.
in the house. Go for it, Deweese.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Say anything.
okay. Blazing in the sky. Travis DuPont. Hello, cheese eaters. Hello, Travis.
Travis, he's always got something to say.
All right. Next question. Anybody got questions? Sandie, what can you tell us more about yourself? What else are you doing in life?
Well, I just did the PPG 3 class with Aviator. So that was awesome. Trying to get more skills, dial in like spot landings, starting to learn more about 2D tied in and speed bar, going deeper into a lot of things. So that was a lot of fun. Also, just getting to meet more experienced pilots because we did a class of 6. So getting to see quite a couple people come down for that. Kevin came down. Kevin, Roar PPG Kevin came down. So that was awesome to hang out with them. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Other than flying, Jilly Bean is whispering in my ear. I'm learning how to play the ukulele and skateboard.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's
You're gonna play us a
Can
song?
she stand behind you just for like a split second?
they want to talk to you.
No, just stand behind her.
Oh, just stand behind you. You want to see the height difference?
Yes, please. I will pay you cash money out of my wallet.
She's 10 feet back.
Now you gotta stand up. No, you can't. You can't be all the way back there.
This is the height difference. Ow.
Nice.
Oh man, it's gonna give me diabetes. It's way too sweet.
Yeah. Well, come back. I wish she had her ukulele in here so she could play y'all a little song.
Yeah.
One of our favorite things to do is we have campfires and just sit around after flying and everyone sings a little bit. It's awesome.
So do you do that like how often do you guys get together like that? That sounds cool.
Every night. That's really just one of the coolest things about working here is everyone who works here. That's why the people who are sitting in here and hanging out aren't doing this because I'm doing a podcast. They're doing it because this is what we do. So it's just awesome. We all hang out. It's like a little family. Yeah. Even on nights that it's not flyable. The other night I was teaching Neil and Brennan how to line dance.
Nice.
That was an experience.
I want to line dance. I will pay you aviator tuition for you to teach me that.
Deal.
I will give you an IOU, but it's gonna happen.
Let's do it. Bad apples, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
Cowboy boots
Meet
and
me
all.
in the pavilion. Catch me in the pavilion. How about that?
All right. So I know Dave Bartholomew showed up a little late. He got the times wrong, but I'm just going to let you know that in the background of our screens here, some of us have Sarah Postovitz pictures, Tony Kamani, Cope J, Jason Renaud, Linda Anderson, Alexis Quintana, Dave Bartholomew, Cameron Copeland, Emily, I'm going to butcher the name, I'm sorry, Zaides, Shane Wyman, Bill Herman, Bill H, and Matt Greenwald and Wendy Weaver, Mike Cotter, Bart Berry, and Matt Glass and Kenny Schnatter are our photos for tonight. So if you want to have your picture in the background to show off, that's awesome. We love doing that and letting everybody see your pictures. And thank you for sending those in. So, all right. Does Sandie have any more PPG parts to make pink?
The next is the Limitless. Neil just got his Limitless powder coated green, so I'm excited. The next when I finally purchase my own, because the one I'm using right now is Aviators, I will eventually get a pink Limitless.
And if you go like uber pink and then you get to sell it, call me first because I might be interested in that.
It's a deal. It's a deal. I'll let you know. Oh yeah, I love flying the pink paramotor. It's awesome. And my hair matches.
Do you have a pink net?
Do
you have a pink net?
It doesn't. It's I can show it to you really quick. That might be a little hard. It's over there in the corner.
I can show you really quick, but it's gonna be a little hard.
Right here. Let me pull it up. We'll pull it up for you really quick. We'll show you the pink paramotor.
Hurry up, my time is valuable.
This
Come on. Woo!
Pink
That
pair.
is what I'm talking about.
It's pink.
Ta-da!
I've got 3 words for that. Fabulous.
I don't know how you run with that thing.
Oh, you should see me with the Limitless if you think that's crazy.
Wow.
When I have the Limitless on, it depends on how I have it set on my back. Sometimes I have about 4 inches of clearance between it and the ground.
The low ride.
Yeah, there's been times that I've been foot
ride's a little-
dragging.
Sorry.
There's been times that I'll be foot dragging and I will feel my foot on the ground and then the motor on top of my foot.
Oh my
going
gosh.
Yeah.
Sandie's losing a foot.
No. The prop isn't that close. Just the cage. Just the cage.
Do you fly with your cowboy boots on?
I do typically, yes.
Yep, I thought so.
Right now, it's either that or some sparkly light up unicorn shoes.
Nice.
I'm trying to put a hole
Yes.
in the boot. So,
Cat Girl says she likes your helmet too. I do too.
aw. Thank you. It's actually, the helmet is actually down at the other hanger right now. I don't have it in here.
Oh, bummer.
It's pink, isn't it? If I
Yeah.
can- yeah, it's a pink helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pink with the flowers. I painted it. It also matches my one wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
Blazing Sky, they've got a new pink wing coming very soon. Oh, don't tell me that.
Awesome.
Can you put a
Dave-
flamingo on it?
Dave said they can typically hear me singing while I'm up there.
Do you have plans or a time frame for when you'll start teaching?
When Neil will start teaching?
When you will.
Right now I'm not planning on teaching. I love hanging out with the class and with the instructors and just learning the curriculum and how they instruct, but right now I'm not planning exactly on becoming an instructor.
Having too
Other
much
than
fun.
line dancing, correct?
Oh, the line dancing instructor, we've already got that in the bag. I mean,
Okay.
whenever you're ready for that.
Make sure.
Nice.
I know my mom is about to comment on here that I used to instruct line dances when I was in high school. So
Really?
yeah. Yeah. Or I was probably in middle school still at that point, honestly.
I'm serious about this. I'm going to come to Bad Apples and not even bring my motor. I just want to line dance.
As she
All right.
makes prop leading edge pitting after extending foot dragging lesson sessions.
Yes. Yes. I've actually been saying recently that I need to put prop tape on my prop because I am flying a Helix. So they do take a little bit more damage than the E-props do. That's why I run it, but it is getting pretty gritty on the front. I do need to get some.
You said the Helix takes more damage than E-props? I thought Helix was supposed to be sturdier. What's your
No,
thoughts
that's what
on-
I mean. Like it will take the damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry, misheard you.
Yeah. Way sturdier.
Everybody loves you, Sandie.
Oh,
They do. I
I
have,
don't need a bigger head. Stop it.
do you have any plans for what you're going to do? Are you going to stay where you are? Or are you going to go to school? Or are you going to go out west? Or do you have any idea what you're going to do?
I would love to travel out west just to go see it. But right now, no, nothing's in the works. Other than like weekend trips. I'm happy here. It's been so amazing. I'm a little scared about the heat that's going to happen this summer.
Yeah.
Because I am from Georgia, but it doesn't get as hot as Florida. So not right now. I'm just planning on being here for as long as they'll keep me. We'll see.
Oh, I think they'll probably keep you forever. Yeah.
So Eric's asking what fly-ins will you be going to this year?
I'll be at Bad Apples. I would love to go to the Aurora PPG fly-in. And then really anything else that is available that I'm able to make, I would love to go to everything. I watched a video yesterday on Flying Circus, and that looks crazy. I probably won't fly there, but I would love to go see it. So yeah, that's mostly Bad Apples, and I'd love to be at the Aurora flying this year.
Good. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
I
see
went-
you there.
I went to the Sunnyland Okeechobee fly-in last weekend. and that was awesome. That was a really cool LZ. It's put on by some great people, and they were a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Are you planning on going to the one that at what's the name of it? The Chain's putting on. It is called
Fly for Gauge.
Fly It for Gauge.
I'm not sure if I've seen it.
It's in June. It's in Florida. It's down close to Wauchula.
Oh, then
And
yeah, if I'm here, I'll try to go. I love going on weekend trips. I go fly. Sometimes I drive up to Hodgesfield on the weekends. We go to the beach every once in a while. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
where are you going to the beach? Where?
We typically fly at Vero if we're able to. Yeah.
Okay. One question way back. Jordan, what did he do to your office that he keeps asking you how your view is?
He didn't do anything, but we have a huge poster. I don't know how big it is, but it's like that big, of him flying over the mountains in Utah, I think, with the snow. And I think he's doing a wing over or maybe a barrel roll because he's upside down. But it's just a beautiful picture printed on a metal. It's a metal print.
Wow.
And it's just beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah. So I get to stare at Jordan all day, every day.
Lucky.
I know.
He is beautiful.
His flying is beautiful for sure.
Yep.
Did we ever do a spinning wheel?
Yes, we did one.
I forgot.
I got a trick question for Sandie, though.
I do like tricks.
What questions do you have for me? No, I'm just kidding. Carry on.
How are your foot drags going?
They're short. Sometimes I can do them long. Nowhere. I can't do an entire field like you can. I don't have the finesse for that. Sometimes they're super short and quick, and I get way too low, and I'm like, nope, climbing out. Some days I do way better. I could do half the field, but the way you do them, no, I'm nowhere near that yet.
So you heard my advice and the advice of my fellow peers on how to improve on them or get good at them. And really, like my standard procedure now is to get into a position, come to idle, and then once I get probably 50 foot on the ground, I start adding enough power that I'm not losing altitude like drastically, so that when I get closer to the ground, all I have to do is just give it a little bit more to maintain and then focus on the brakes. So
yeah, I need a little bit more practice on my brake control when I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
How I kind of started the similar way because we had like corn rows, and when the corns were like 10 foot tall, I'd go down when I was new and buzz the tops, go a little bit lower, go a little lower. And then when the air was butter, one day I just went in for it and I got hooked, and I was like, okay, this is a thing.
Oh yeah, they've said that the cornfields are the best place to learn.
Mm-hmm. But it's just all about improving finesse and just take a little bit more time with it.
One of my lovely friends.
Oh, I got a question for you, Sandie. When you're doing that, are you toe dragging a lot, or do you ever just go in with your heel? I'm trying to transition into like heel, especially if you're like going to do puddles.
I only do toes right now. The thought of doing a heel on anything other than water to me would sound dangerous, because it could, like, if you hit something, that's forcing your whole body, whereas if it's just your toe, it can go back. But
yeah, that's what I keep
like
thinking
that,
of. I'm like, toe seems safe, but I see so many guys that just will go in and they'll just drag both of their feet flat. But I'm like, toe, it gives leeway, because if you kick something, it'll just go back.
You know what? I think a great person to talk about this would be Jillian. She does that.
Bring her in.
Jilly
Next
baby.
week on paramotorgirl.com.
Why don't you ask her how she does it?
What's your thoughts on that?
On like
Toe drags versus heel drags, not on water.
I definitely do either toe drag, or I'll do like my foot flat on the ground. So like I'll just keep my foot flat and kind of glide across the ground, and I feel like that gives me a lot of feeling. And then if I were to ever just want to turn it into a landing, I'm already prepared for that landing because my feet are flat on the ground. And I can just kind of come in, foot drag, and then just start flaring and just continue that foot drag into running.
Okay, so if you got a pretty nice flat grass field, you don't see anything wrong with just flat feet going versus just your toe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also your knees are so bent in a way that if you lose the altitude, you're able to adjust. Whereas like if you had your heel digging into the ground, something's pushing back against you and you don't want to fight that.
Like I started doing heel more on sand when I was down in Texas because I knew there was going to be a little bit more leeway for me, but I've been kind of considering whether I should transition to use more heel or just go flat foot versus just doing toe all the time.
It's good to practice the heel if you are going to do water foot drags, but I definitely prefer just to do a toe foot drag. I feel like it's, I don't know, the heel feels a little more awkward than the toe.
I also don't think you should start water foot dragging for a very long time. Jill's been flying for 2 years and she doesn't even, and we fly almost every day, multiple times a day, and she doesn't even water foot drag. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon.
And I've done that once, and then after that I'm like, I do not have the finesse to do this properly, and I won't do it again until I build that up.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely keep it safe.
Plus, you guys got gators.
We do have gators, and they will jump out at us.
Yeah.
If you are,
did y'all see that Tucker video where he's foot dragging the canal and the one hops out at him? Yeah.
They're scary.
And he's just like one bite.
That's hilarious. Hey, you guys know how you eat an elephant? You got to take small bites. Yeah.
One bite at a time.
I get it.
All right. So Nightbot's talking about the QR code that's up in the corner. If you guys are interested in helping out with our show to help send some stuff for the spinny wheel or get some new stuff, product to give away on the show, that's what Nightbot's talking about. So thank you very much. Oh, your helmet.
Yes, look.
This is my helmet.
That's not pink enough. It is not pink enough.
I don't know if you can. Oh, now you can see the sparkles.
Oh, really?
Cute. I like it.
I'm going to go put glitter on my helmet right now.
Do it.
I need glitter on my helmet like I need glitter in my bath bombs. That's what I'm
How did you do your flowers? Are they just dabbed on there?
I hand painted them. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Put it up closer. I want to see it again. I'll do a solo here. Oh, very cool. Very nice.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love it. It matches my one wheel as well.
Nice.
Yep. All pink everything.
Cat Girl's asking if that's Aldi wine that you're drinking.
Honestly, I don't know. We started the show and Jade said about going to grab a drink, and I said, man, I forgot the wine, and someone handed it to me. So I
Good
trust
for you.
these people enough that I'm okay to drink it, but I don't know what it is.
I'll try anything 5 times.
Oh, I forgot earlier. I just got reminded because of my bruises. One of the things I'm working on right now is kiting in very high winds and no hands kiting. So I'm trying to really improve my kiting skills right now.
Very good.
Yeah.
How long are you kiting for?
Well, on these high wind days, like today's way too high of wind to even try to go out there. But on the days that are pretty high, sometimes we get a good 30 to 45 minute. Oh, Kim, that's my best friend from back home.
Thanks, Kim, for joining.
But sometimes on these very windy days, or even if it's too windy and we're waiting for it to come down, I'll start kiting. So sometimes we get 45-minute sessions in. Sometimes they're shorter. We even had a night session recently. We were all hanging out and we were like, you know, it'd be really fun to put some glow sticks in wings and go kite. So we did that for about 45 minutes, and it was a ton of fun. There were 4 of us out there, and we ended up getting in a line of 4 wingtip touches. So I love it. We really practice here kiting as much as you fly, because that's the basics, and you always want to get back to it.
What's your threshold if you have your main full-size wing for like miles per hour and just normal wind and gusts? Like, what's the max that you'll do personally? Not what you'd recommend, but personally.
Personally, I'm trying to think. If it's around 9 or 10 and it's gusting, that's turtle territory for me. So I try to stay like 7 to 8 without or with maybe little gust is my like touch and go weather, and anything like 9, 10 is usually too strong that I will go up in. It really just depends on how it's feeling exactly in the moment.
All right. I'm going to put a link in here. Oh, yeah. Duckspit wants to know how you got your squirrel call sign.
The squirrel call, squirrel's not my call sign. I just have always, a lot of people have called me ever since I was like in high school, Sandy Cheeks. And so I picked up Sandy the squirrel from SpongeBob. And
Hey, Patrick. No.
What?
Hey, SpongeBob.
My call sign is Sassy Bubbles, though.
All right. Link is in the chat if you guys want to join in and come on and say hi to Sandy, say hi to everybody else watching the show. We'd love to have a couple more people in here if you want. Talk to Sandy if you want. Oh, and Matt says Sassy Bubbles.
Hello, Sassy.
And Reese looks like he's in here. She flew the beach like a champ and turtled like a champ.
I wasn't going to talk about that.
I'm turtling right now. Don't worry about it.
I did turtle. I don't know.
Got pictures?
I did
don't know,
turtle
Mike-
for my first time while we were at the beach last.
Mike Cotter sent a picture of some guy turtling.
Wow.
He's got a cool outfit on though too. Check that out.
Oh, he's in a onesie.
It looks
Yeah.
like onesie. It looks like a onesie.
That's cute.
Oh, can I really quickly? Earlier, when I was introducing all my friends, my friend Colby, I said that he was someone that he just hangs out with us, but he is actually a skydiver and a base jumper and has just took his 3rd paramotor flight.
Oh, cool.
All right.
So,
Nice.
Congrats.
Good job.
and he was featured on Tucker Gott's Instagram page
yeah?
last week.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hey, question for Sandy. Are you ordained or will you become ordained in the next couple of weeks?
If it means I get to marry you and your woman, absolutely yes. Hello, Angie.
What's up?
Okay, because if you're down with that you're my main lady. You're
Let's
one of my
do
favorite
it.
people. I'm telling you.
Let's do it. Bad apples, I will be there. I will get ordained.
I want to do something fancy like flying and someone take her up on a tandem, but knowing me, I would just face plant and screw it all up.
That'd make it better. That's like hot buttered Steve action.
You're like, you want to go with this loser? No.
Do it.
All right. I just want to say welcome to Tom. He's new in the chat and he's on flight number 13 and he's watching and listening. So welcome,
Right,
dude. Yep.
Welcome to the sport.
Oh, look who we got to join us.
I just saw the weather
man.
was bad, so
Jordan.
We got the most beautiful man in paramotoring on.
God, they've been talking
Holy smoke. I'm going to lose my marbles.
Hi, Jordan.
yeah, it's not a day for flying now. So I think I figured I'd just stay tuned in.
Nice.
Well, welcome. We're glad to see you.
I get to look at that beauty all day, every day.
You get a look at Jordan every day? Ah,
You're gonna have to get a poster, Steve.
Yeah.
like
we're gonna
I'm
have to get that.
about willing to fight his wife. I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to give away? We're at the top of the hour.
Sure, we'll do one more sticker.
One more sticker.
All right.
Sticky stickers is a scratch and sniff. I hope so.
Yep. And Fly Swamper, if you're still in here, make sure you send me your information as to where I can send something out to you.
Oh, it's like watermelon colors. Yum, 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 yum. Watermelon.
Oh, I
Sandie's
missed my
quiet.
cookie.
Oh, I bet it's gonna be James.
Kelby Cox is in the
James.
house. Hi,
Look
Kelby.
at- no,
Oh,
it's-
Jordan might get it. Oh,
No.
Honey Man's getting the
Tell
honey
me.
pot. That's what I'm talking about.
What? You have to give it to somebody else.
No. Jordan deserves a sticker. Just look at him.
Sure.
Go with that? Yeah.
Is
Just
that
don't,
what I tuned in and then it just rigs the system? Is that the trick?
right?
Pretty much. I'm running the spinning wheel, so you know I gave it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Jordan, just don't keep that mail that you said you were sending me.
That's actually, I was in the truck on the way to the airport and I put it in the mail on the way to the airport, but now we got weather, so
Ow.
so you're good. It's on the way.
Awesome. Thank you.
You bet.
All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button and show Sandie how much you liked her show tonight. So,
Roxy.
who we got here?
This is Roxy. Oh, now she's gone.
Gone.
She's one of the aviator pups.
He took off.
I'm out. I don't want to be
What
on
is that couch made out of? The leather of Ross's pants from Friends? Jeez.
Listen, there's a sign right here that says Fletch sits here, and that man is imprinted on this couch. If you come to Aviator, Fletch is sitting right here in this chair.
Well, I hope his cheeks matches mine.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. This has been a blast.
We're
Yes.
so glad you came and joined us again.
This is an hour of my life I'm never going to get back.
We always enjoy it when you come and visit us.
Thank you.
I'm looking right now to see who we have next week, and I'm not really sure. I'm hoping the weather will be bad, but it's Trevor Steele.
Oh,
Oh, man. Hey, am I going to be allowed to shill for him, Jade?
Gonna be able to what?
Shill for him? If he's going to be the guest and on the spinning wheel? Never mind. We'll talk about this later.
it is Trevor. Yeah.
So it all depends on if he's training or not. I understand that, and if it's not, then we're gonna come up with something. I don't know what. It might be something crazy.
Line dancing lessons with Sandie.
There we go.
Virtually.
Give me a call. Give me
Yeah.
a call.
Jordan will be the first one in the front row.
Yep. Oh, I can dance. You can believe that.
All right. So, Sandie, you willing to stick around to see if anybody else wants to join in for after show off the recorded side?
Yeah, of course.
All right. If you guys want to come in and say hi to Sandie for a few minutes, we'll be
Get some
here.
dance lessons. Yeah. I can't dance. I can't talk. The only thing about me is the way I walk.
All right. We appreciate you all for hanging out with us for the last hour, and Sandie and you having all your coworkers hanging out and friends joining in with us tonight and sharing your story.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me.
Keep it up, and maybe see you in another year or less. Less, of course, in person.
Oh, yeah.
And if any of them would like to be a guest on our show, please ask them to contact us.
I'll let them know.
All of them, all at once.
And if anybody else listening or watching the show wants to be a guest, please just message us and let us know. We're booked into June now, so you've got time to get some pictures and videos going and stuff. If you don't think you've got a story, everybody's got a story. So even me living in Wisconsin in the snow. Jordan, do you still have snow?
We do. It's melting really quick though. We've had a lot of days in the 60s and 70s, so we're starting to flood. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we hit 82 today.
Jeez,
So,
wow.
I know. I think we got one more day of it, so and then it's going back down.
It's colder here than it is there.
I got the windows open yet, so I love it. All right, guys.
Forget, we don't see you on there. See you in there.
Good night, everybody.
Good
See
job,
you next
Sandie.
week.
Bye.